Give it up for Kate, everybody. A lot of clapping. How are we doing, guys? I'm from Dublin. Any Irish in? Too many. All right, calm down over there. My name's Craig. I'm from Dublin. I grew up really fat, and I have red hair. Just let's straight off the bat tell you a bit about me. Two key factors I want to tell you about. These are the reasons why I got robbed a lot growing up, okay? So when you're fat, you're slow, they can catch you, okay? Bullies are fast, guys, and you become the runt of the litter real quick. Also, when you have red hair, they can see you in the night. There he is. Let's get him, boys. Oh, shit, right? Yeah, I got robbed a lot growing up, mostly from my own family, but other people as well, you know. Getting robbed a lot. I grew up in a bad neighborhood, so I got robbed a lot, you know. Had everything taken from me, all the classics taken from me, things like, my bike, my virginity, my Pokemon cards, taken from me. Look, I know you heard that one in the middle, guys. I slipped it in there so we could talk about it, right? Bit of a true story. Nobody panic, but a priest took my Pokemon cards. It's good stuff, right? Just fucking around, right? Just messing with you. Right, so the story goes, when I was younger, a priest took my Pokemon cards at a mass. Then he fucked me. I'm sorry. Obviously, when I do that joke, I have to say out loud, obviously, that's a joke. That didn't happen, I fucked him. Just kidding around. Just now we're having fun, okay? We're having fun, right? Anyway, I broke up with the priest. I have a girlfriend now. Things are going well. She helped me quit smoking just before Christmas. Managed to get off the smokerettes. No longer on the smokes. Any smokers in the house? Just a few people, okay. Give me a cheer if you know what smoking is. It's not easy to quit smoking, I worked in hospitality, and hospitality and cigarettes really go hand in hand like cigarettes and hospitality. They are just quite the pair. It's not easy. I had to learn how to quit smoking because I just did the whole quitting and starting thing like 100,000 times. So I had to learn how to quit smoking. What they tell you is it takes 28 days for the nicotine to leave your system, right? And then during that 28 days, it's up to you to battle your cravings, because your cravings are going to make you say and think crazy shit to justify having a cigarette, right? They're going to invent stress for you to have a cigarette. Like, you could be in your house on your day off. I remember actually one of the times I caved. I remember being in my house on my day off, walking real casual, didn't want to fall back into my bad habits, but I tripped and fell and dropped my phone, and I was like, fuck this. I'm getting a bag of cans, a box of smokes, and a bunch of cocaine. Fall back into those bad habits real quick, guys. Slippery slope. The thing is, I liked smoking cigarettes, and there's stuff I really missed about it. I loved having a pint and a cigarette outside a pub after a social occasion, having a little moment to myself, Pint and cigarette is a very tasty combination, guys. If you haven't smoked before, you should get addicted. It's amazing. Right? I loved having a pint and a cigarette, and what I really missed was I'd be outside having a pint and a cigarette, and just as I'm about to finish my smoke, a kid would walk past and call me a ginger. I'd take one last drag of my cigarette, and then I'd throw the pint glass at him. And I really miss that, guys. That's what I really miss. But I can't do it anymore because I don't smoke. I remember being 3 weeks off the smokes in the 28-day period. And there was one night I remember I almost caved, right? It was a really intense night. I remember watching a movie with my girlfriend. I stayed in and skipped the social occasion because I didn't want to fail. And I remember the movie I watched, and I remember one scene in particular that almost broke me. It was really intense. It was a dark thriller. The story was about a couple. And in the story, the girlfriend gets kidnapped, and the boyfriend is the lead suspect, right? And they bring him in for questioning, and the police give him the classic good cop, bad cop routine, right? The bad cop comes in while this guy's handcuffed at the interrogation table, starts punching him in the face, asking him questions like, where's the girl? Did you do it for the father's money? Tell us. Time is of the essence. Punching this guy in the face over and over again. Then the good cop runs in and pulls him off. He's like, get the fuck out of here. You shouldn't be punching him like that. Get the fuck out of here. He's going crazy. He's like, time is of the essence. We got to save the girl. I'm watching this all like, right? And he goes, sorry about him. We shouldn't have let him near you. We'll come back in a second, right? Good cop leaves the room. Just as he's about to leave, pokes his head back in. He says, look, I'll give you a smoke. Do you smoke cigarettes? And I was watching this like, oh. Right? Gives him a packet of cigarettes and a book of matches. Leaves the room. And the guy tends to his wound for a second. He's all bloody in one eye. And he just goes, all right. And he takes over the box of smokes and the matches. Takes out one smoke out of the box and puts it in his mouth. And he opens the matches, and there's 2 matches left. Now I'm thinking, hopefully they don't work and he doesn't smoke. My girlfriend's holding my hand. She's like, are you going to get through this? Yeah, I'll get through this, right? Here we go. So he lights up the first match, doesn't work, throws it on the ground. I'm like, yes, getting through that. Lights up the second one, it lights. But as he gets it to the cigarette, it goes out. And he goes, shit. And I'm like, phew. So he puts the matchbook back on the table and takes the lighter out of his pocket. And I was like, shit. So he lights the cigarette up and takes a drag, like, blows the smoke at the screen. It's all very cinematic, like. I'm holding my girlfriend's hand, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I hope my girlfriend gets kidnapped. She was like, what did you say? I said, nothing, sweetheart. I want to be the lead suspect in the kidnapping. Give me a goddamn cigarette right now. It's not easy, guys. So I managed to quit smoking. You know, just got through that night. It was tough. I say that now. I'll be out after. I see us outside after the gig. I'm like, did you enjoy the gig? Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? When I do comedy, I like to raise awareness for tough subjects that people aren't really talking about. You know, I like to spread information. And there's one thing that I think a lot of people are not talking about, but it happens to everyone, right? And it's that it's not very easy for women to piss in the street. Okay? It is, and it is women that piss in the street. Ladies pee in the bathroom. Women piss in the street, guys, okay? Real fucking broads. Way too easy for men to piss in the street. I've seen men pissing in the street while crossing the street. While texting, and then they catch a frisbee and just throw it back to somebody. Not a drop on the shoes. Not easy for women to piss in the street. You guys are going on the street, you always got to go in pairs. You know, someone has to hold 2 handbags and keep sketch while you look like a chicken. Just and you're like, all right, go ahead, Sarah. Yeah. Attire is very important to this situation, guys, right? It always depends on what you're wearing, because you have to take your whole ass out. So a skirt or a pair of jeans, pull it up, pull it down, you go real quick. You're sort of just like, right? But you got to go. Worst case scenario, and I've seen it, is when you have to take off a full body romper and zip out of it. And somehow, in a small clutch bag, pull out a fucking coat hanger and a rack like a fucking Inspector Gadget and hang it up. Just in a thong and a pair of heels and a laneway going like, right? You guys are going a laneway. This is always red alert situation, right? This is like, you guys have this camel-like ability to hold piss in as if you're crossing the Sahara Desert, as if your body might like to inject it like someone later on in the day. So when you guys start going, it comes out at such a velocity, it could cut the concrete you're standing on. Splashes all over your feet and in between your toes. Goes fucking everywhere, right? A river of piss now starts to exit the laneway towards your friend's feet. And she's like, did you burst a pipe or something back there? What the fuck is going on? She looks back at you. You're now losing gallons and gallons of water. You can start seeing your ribs again. You're like, ah! She's like, Jesus Christ. And you're like, we got to get out of here, right? And you're like, do you have that in the handbag I can wipe with and get the fuck out of here? And she's like, we have nothing enough. And you're like, oh, fuck. And you guys do that ass shake thing I've seen you do and just fucking... Girls with the big asses, you can hear it clapping as well. The Dyson air dryer. And just as you're about to finish and you're like shaking off, right? You ever blow on the top of an empty glass bottle and like, your friend's like, is that a ghoul in the laneway? Is the laneway fucking haunted? What is happening in there? And you're like, all right, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Right, you take your onesie back off, climb into it like an old oil mechanic about to fix an engine. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. This is usually the point of the night, right, where everyone's looking at me going, how the fuck do you know so much about women pissing in the street? Right? It's because I have sisters, female friends, and a mother, and she has bad knees, okay guys? Gotta look after my mother, you know? But usually when women are pissing in the street, right, this is like, if you do that, that's when like the woman of the evening has left the building, right? And the gremlin shows up and you're like, let's get shot. Go into a bar, start flirting with fellas, you know, run up to them, like, hey big boy, you wanna buy me a drink? Lads are like, yeah, I'll buy you a drink, even though you smell like piss. Then you gotta sweeten the deal, right? Start playing a bit of footsie with him and rub the piss off your feet into his jeans. You like that? Lads are like, yeah, there's already piss on my feet, I don't care, baby. You know? It's crazy. It's not easy for women to piss in the street, guys. I'm trying to spread awareness. Call now. Women are pissing in the street. You know, I like to bring this up because people aren't talking about it enough. Give me a cheer if you know what a shiwi is. All right, a couple of real women in here, okay? If you don't know It's kind of like a small rubber cone thing you can put over your vagina to piss standing up, guys, all right? My friend Emma showed me at a festival and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck, when did you grow that? And she took it off and I was like, it comes off! Right? It's a small little rubber cone cup thing you can put over your vagina to piss standing up. It's incredible. And I always like to bring it up at gigs because I'll tell you, I'm going to be selling them after the gig for $5 a go, guys. That's what's really going to be happening here. That's all my time, guys. I'll give you back to your host, Kay. You can follow me at Red Sauce Comedy. Thanks for having me. Have a good night.